Okay guys, I am back and I've been playing around a little bit, and so what we'll need for this is these sized envelopes. 6 3/4, I guess, is what they are. And it won't really matter if they're peel and stick. It doesn't really matter. If you don't have the peel and stick, then just glue your flap down. Okay. So what we're going to do is just seal them down. Oh, I guess I should have started off with, how's everybody doing? All right, and you'll need 3 for this one. So I was pretty excited when I saw this because it was actually inspired by, I was going back and watching Tina's remakes, or mass makes, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come in and we're going to just ink up a little bit. You don't have to be particularly careful of what you're, like how much you ink in. That's not going to matter. And I am going to ink both sides. And you can use any color you want. It's not specific to pink. Try not to bend your envelopes like I just did. Okay, so ink up all 3. I hope I'm not jiggling you guys too much. And I don't know if the other side's going to be important to ink or not. I'm hoping not, but the first prototype one that I did, I kind of messed up the gluing, so I'm going to just go ahead and ink both of them, just erring on the side of caution. Once we've done it a few times, I'm sure I'll figure out whether we need it or not. So I hope everybody is doing well. It's still Friday, so I'm just filming ahead. Especially not knowing if I need to do the tax office anymore or not, so I just thought, you know what, I do like to have a couple of videos in the bank so that there's never a day that I don't have a video, but okay. Yep. Okay. So, and if you coffee or tea stain, this will totally work for that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, I used this side to glue first, okay? So what we're going to do is this is going to be lined out like so, to where there's about a quarter of an inch, or yeah, about a quarter of an inch in the layers, okay? So, and I'm only gluing the very bottom, okay? And I'm going to come down about the quarter of an inch and just put one line of glue here. I'm sure as soon, like, the more we make these, obviously, the better it will become. Okay, then I'm going to do that again with this flap this direction, right? We're going to go about another quarter of an inch. And in the end, we don't actually have to have it like specifically. But the reason I did it at a quarter of an inch and stacking them this way is so that when we measure it out, it's about 4 1/4, so it will fit almost any journaling page. Okay. Now what I'm going to do on this side is go in the quarter of an inch here and only glue this end here. Okay. I'm not going to glue anywhere else, on purpose anyways. Okay. Oh, my mat is so dirty. It needs a wipe. Okay, now we're gonna let that set for a second while I grab my cutting board. Now, I'm gonna cut it in half. Let's see, they are, what are they, 6 3/4? Is that what they really are? Yep, 6 3/4. So half would be 3 and something. We're gonna just do that. I'm gonna chop it directly in half, and I'm probably off a little bit. I am, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Because it doesn't really matter in the end. Okay, so now we have two things, like one for one half of the journal, one for the other half, right? Okay, so if we flip this over, we have the nice finished edge here, okay? We're gonna flip this one over, and we have the nice finished edge here, okay? So this next part is gonna be easy, but I want you to only do it a little, like, I don't want to be bossy and say do it exactly the way I'm doing it, but kind of, because there's a reason for it. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the bottom layer, and I'm going to put glue on this line here, and glue a little bit from the top over here to where nothing's leaking out. And I actually forgot about the 1/4 inch, so I'll have to wipe off that glue. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up this layer here and do the same. A 1/4 inch. Oh. Okay, now when I do this, I'm going to have to be careful because I don't want to glue these shut, but I want that to be sealed. Okay, so I just have to check to make sure we're not sticking shut. Okay, and occasionally you might have to go back through on these self-seal and kind of just make sure you don't have anything that'll catch up like that. Okay, so we did that one, set that one aside. Okay, same thing, only we're going to glue on this side. Okay, so lift it up. Leaving a little bit of room at the top, and then leave your 1/4 inch. Okay. Okay, lift up your next layer and do the same thing. Leave your 1/4 inch. Okay. Okay, press that all down good. Now go back and check to make sure that you haven't glued anything shut up at the top. Okay, and come back here and just kind of maybe throw a bead of glue down through here just to make sure it won't pop up or catch up on anything. Okay. Okay, so now we have two pockets this direction, but now let me get my little cards out here. Oh. Look at this. We have 1, 2, and then there'll be a third one, right? And then there'll be 1, 2, 3, and then the back side, if you do that, then that's another one. So that's 7 pockets right there. Boom. Done. Okay, so let's decorate the fronts of these. I was just trying to decide what to decorate them in. And I think, why don't we take some of these, since we have them, and kind of just play with these sheets here. And I was looking for my little ruler. Oh, really? Oh, it's right where I left it. Imagine that. Okay, we're going to set those aside really quick. I don't know why I'm doing this like this exactly, but okay. Let's see. Get as much as possible of these, so no, don't want to do it that direction, do we? I'm just going to take that out and then we'll okay. Then we can always take it down if we need to, as far as like length or whatever. Okay, and I suppose if you did a cardstock, you could even add like another pocket, I guess. But I'm not really interested in doing that, so. My glue book, or the book I should say that I use for gluing, is now to where it's hit its like limit as far as oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take that down a little bit, didn't I? Yeah, I don't know. Like, she was doing something with envelopes, and I was like, wait a minute. Why couldn't you stack the envelopes a little bit? I don't know. And you know what? It's possible. I didn't just come up with this. I will not lay claim to anything necessarily because, you know, there is a lot of awesome creators out there, and chances are somebody's done something, right? Like this. And we've either seen it in a group or, you know, something. Okay, so my pockets go this direction, right? Yep, up top. Okay. That's a little crooked, but we have time to get it off. Oh, we do. Maybe. Oh. Okay. Sorry, guys. I've got to re-glue. I just thought these were the cutest darn things. Like, the prototype turned out really cute, so. Is that any better? Nope. How am I so off? If I do it from the bottom. Forward a little. There we go. That's better. Okay, now what I think, we'll go ahead and decorate this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put my lace right across the top. And we just got to decide which one we're going to use. I think that one might be a little too much, a little too robust. I'm getting really sad because Joann's is still not open in my area anyways. You know, maybe we'll just do lace on this side. And it looks like my glue took a little bit of that pink off, so there we go. Yep, I think we'll put it right here. My hands are such a mess. And it's just gotten worse over the course of the day for cleanliness, you know. I've washed them a bazillion times like we're supposed to, but yeah, they're still pretty dyed from this morning's escapades. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the turquoise ones on here. Now let's hope, I already have the glue going, but I don't have to do a whole lot, like I don't have to get out my piece, my sticker thingy, which I should be using it every time anyways, but see, that's why Lori sent it to me. All right, where'd you go? There you are. Come on. Oh, hilarity hour, I guess. I don't know why I've been having such an issue this week. I'm going to blame it on dry hands. I don't know if it's these little pearls or if it's me or what. All right, we're going to set that aside to dry for a minute. And then let's do this other one, and then we'll work on some ephemera for them. See, we'll need pretty much 7 pieces of ephemera for it. And I think, well, like I said, I printed out a lot of kits, so there will be a lot to choose from. And I think I want this piece here. I know this is so odd, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I think I want this piece here at my top. Okay. Might as well just take this off, right? I think I'm going to save the SKU number so that I'll be able to get it later. I think glue again took off my distressing up there. So, what is everybody up to? I am just obviously recording videos. I wonder if my Fabri-Tac and my art glitter glue aren't mixing well. I think I've had issues with that in the past. I mean, that doesn't excuse like not being able to pick up the things, but the gems, but it would definitely explain why they're taking forever to stick. So maybe we'll just cheat the system a little bit, and I will do Fabri-Tac on them instead. Well, that'll work. Just move you down where we need you. Okay, those stuck better and stuck less to me. So yeah, it must be the glitter glue and the Fabri-Tac. I mean, that's what I'm going with. It could still totally be operator error. All right, so let's start working on ephemera. Let's pull this other piece back here. And I have a lot of ephemera to put in here. See, we've got this stack. We've got this huge stack. And then we have these right here. So let's just load it up and see what we get. I don't know if these are going to be too tall now, which is not necessarily an issue. We can cut them down. Let me just see if there's some that don't have... See, those ones are pretty short, so let's see what's in here. Okay, these are shorter. These are all kind of like upright cards, but let's just see. Okay, we are going to want them down a little bit, I think. Okay, that one's pretty decorative. Let's see, what do these look like in here? Maybe. Actually, let's see here. We're actually not going to be able to have that third pocket, huh, by the time it lays down on the... You know what I think? I think I might have not had this all the way in. Nope, I didn't. Okay, so we really can put them all the way back. Okay. Okay. So now I guess we're going to have to decide. If we want that to be a pocket too, or is it more important to have a big pocket in the back? Because if we can't really put, okay, so here's what I'm seeing is the problem. Okay, to have it stacked out like this, it means that we put glue here and here, which I wanted to put it on these 3 sides. All right, so we'll just leave it at 2. So we're still getting 6 pockets. I like how these are catching up. So we might have to work these pockets a little bit. I mean, what the heck? What it's sticking up on. All of them have been kind of stuck up on something. Okay, we still need to like distress these, but that's cute. That's cute. We're building, we're building. Okay, then what I did earlier today was I made this collage sheet out of leftover stuff. Where'd you go? Because I knew that at some point I was going to want a big tag. And yeah, all right. I'm going to sew these once we get them done and decorated. But let me cut these down. Let's see how, if I made them like 3 1/4. Let me cut it down really quick. Sorry guys, I got to be off camera for a minute. My cutter's over here. Okay. We obviously, I don't think I can have them this tall. We'll cut off that much, I think. Okay, and we'll just snip like I usually do. Okay, now I was thinking for these, putting on these things here, but we'll need to make sure that, because there's quite a few in that little set. So we need to, I think I need to pull them out and distinguish them. By distinguish, I'm speaking like, to make sure I don't use the same birds in the pockets. So I gotta sort them out here, guys. Sorry. Why don't I sort them out and sew around the pockets and get it mostly ready, like inking, and then I'll come back and show you what they look like. All right, I'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. Okay guys, I am back for a few minutes and I'm going to make a couple amendments to this. I have a folded piece of paper here so I can kind of just show you what it's going to look like. So this pocket will sit like this, and then this hopefully will slip back through here. So then we have this like really cute loaded pocket like this. Okay. Oh. This whole video, right? All kinds of weirdness. Okay. So then they should sit like that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to run through the execution again on the envelopes and show you the problems that I ran into so that you can avoid them. Let's see. Let's get a couple more. I'm not going to worry about inking these. I'm just going to show you. If you make these, you're going to need to go ahead and glue all the way through here around that edge because it hangs up a little bit. And your envelopes may not do that, but these are cheap Walmart ones, and so it is doing it. So, and then I'm going to show you the other place where they're hanging up, and you'll have to address it before you start, okay? So make sure those are good and sealed down right to the edge. Okay, I'm hoping I'm not shadowing out. I got to get my light plugged back in and get it turned back on. Okay, all the way to the edge. Okay, line these out at 1/4 of an inch. Do that again. I'm going to try to cut them more in half again. Okay. Okay, I'll do the other side really quick. Again, I'm just lining that with glue, leaving 1/4 inch at the end. Okay. Okay, let that sit for a second while I get my cutter. All right, so like I said, I'm going to be more careful to find the middle this time. At least ballparking it. Okay. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to try to show this on film, but I don't know if that's... Okay, so while it's like this, you'll need to pull down, and if your envelope, and it could just have been that, see those little flaps right there? I'm not sure if it's going to be better to do this beforehand. Anyways, see, like it flaps up right there. So what you're going to want to do is run a bead of glue down in there. And now that I'm thinking of it, it might actually work better to do it before you even glue it. Because I can get my glue bottle down there, but I'm trying to think if like people don't have this type of glue, they're not going to be able to get their thing down in there. So let's see. Let's just play for a second because I don't want you guys to get frustrated with these. I'll have to go grab another one. Maybe it might be better just to glue it now. See how this is coming apart? I'm going to go ahead and just like pull it open. Maybe. But that was just brilliant. Oh my goodness. Anyways, oh man, what I'm trying to say is this flap right here is going to hang you up unless you reinforce it or unless you make your own envelopes or something. So what I am going to do is go back through and reinforce all of them with a bead of glue and hopefully not gluing everything else in the process like I just did. So yeah, be careful not to stick your envelope down. Yeah, see now, I don't know if I can get in there and show you, but see how it's not moving now? It's not going to catch up your stuff. Yeah, that was a little disappointing that everything kept sticking in there. And I guess another way to get away from that would be to reinforce it ahead of time. Like, just stick in, I don't know, let's just play with it for a second. Okay, so since this is really sticking up, what we could do is we could just take a scrap of paper, which I'm not sure that I have one handy. All right, so what you could do, and it would even help strengthen it up, could and this is cardstock. Is you could put glue on the back of this, and I'm sure it's too tall, but then slip it down in there. Like, see what I mean? It just keeps sticking up. So you could do that, you know, make it the right size and glue that in there, and then it'll slip in and out really easy. So that might end up being what I do. I'm wondering if I even really have to go that far, or if I can just like glue the top here now. Yeah, that might work. I mean, I'm kind of bummed that it did that. But yeah, then it'll slip in and out easy. Because then you'll have the reinforcement from this one to this one. So that one will be okay. And then the other thing is that they were catching up going in this direction too. So if you really glue down that flap, then it'll stop that. Okay guys, I am going to call it good for this video. And yeah, I think they turned out really cute. Other than that little bit of disappointing issues I was having, I think they are cute though. Alright guys, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.